And then it looks like you've got some options here for me to be able to be contacted, how I want to be contacted.
Yep. I'll take this one.
Please.
Sure. One thing you can do is, depending on what information you enter in,
Yep.
whether your email or your home phone, it'll give you a choice or how you like to be contacted. One thing that we have put in the system is that you can be contacted by text message.
I love text messaging, so I can put that right in there. So you have an SMS gateway actually built into the application to be able to text out all kinds of different messages there. And then we're asked if we're able to work in the U.S. That could be questionable at times. There, we'll say yes there.
Well, this is part of where we
This
provide...
is a dangerous question about felonies here, so we'll put no right there.
This is where we provide a lot of process for hiring managers
Although
who may
John
not be
Pate from LS Screening, who we used for our background checks, would know if I was being truthful on that question right there, not on felonies.
That's right.
So we're going to go and enter some education information, Charles.
Very good. I was going to say, on that previous screen, we provide a lot of process for HR, for hiring managers who may not be HR trained.
Got anybody from Bishop England in the audience? Come on, there's got to be a battling bishop somewhere. All right, there we go. There was a bishop in my day there. So we can just keep going through. And then let's talk about, you see how the screen slid to the right and then up and down just a little bit, maybe to help orient that for the folks?
Yes, one thing that we do is you move through these steps. As you go to each of these steps, the screen moves up to indicate that you've progressed. But if there's more than one screen in one of those steps, then we slide the screen sideways as you go through those steps so that it helps to orient the user as to exactly where they are in the process.
Awesome. So now I've completed my application for a server position at this restaurant's location in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. I did that in under 10 minutes, looking at the clock here, well under 10 minutes. I've seen other systems out there that claim you need 45 to 60 minutes to do this. I did it under 10 minutes on an iPad right here in front of a live audience. And I hit submit, and we've now transmitted that information to the hiring manager.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we get a big nice check mark that says congratulations, we've applied for that job. So I can apply for another job or go to the company website. So let's talk about next what we're going to do. Thank you. Thank you. So what we're going to do next is we're going to switch gears. We're going to switch roles. So I was the applicant. I applied for a job there at that restaurant. Now we're going to log in as the hiring manager. We're going to see what an HR administrator or the owner of the business would see on the hiring side and actually look at that application and then promote me from an applicant to a candidate there. So here we are. We've landed on the hiring manager side. So Charles, why don't you take us through and orient us to some of the things we're seeing here?
Absolutely. There are three main sections here. The applicants, these are all the people who've applied for positions. You can see there are 46 of them. And then candidates are people you're interested in. And you can promote your applicants into a smaller group that you're going to focus on and perhaps invite to interviews and review in more detail into your candidate group and eventually move them into hires. And as we go forward, this is going to be a big area where you can do many other tasks in the other modules that we're building.
So what's the little, again, the 46 and the 13, the little red, that's a lot of people would recognize they have an iPhone or an iPad. You would see those similar type of icons there.
Absolutely.
Very easy to use, very simple. Tell me you have 46 people and 13 people.
That's correct.
Right there.
The key area, though, here is the search.
Now, this is really, really cool. So pay attention here. This is really, really cool.
And I'm going to let Ken tell you a little bit about the incredible search capabilities here.
Nobody else has this right now. So tell us about the search here,
Sure.
Ken.
I'm very excited about this. This is a great feature. I don't know if you've had a chance to see the news recently about Google Instant. Have anybody seen that?
If you use Google now, you know Google Instant,
tried
you
it?
start typing in a phrase, you'll start seeing it automatically put up.
Very similar concept. It's an instant search. In addition, we'll do partial words. And so I'm going to give that a demonstration right here. For instance, let's say, I wanted to find all the Mount Pleasant people who apply for a job as a server for the Mount Pleasant location.
Okay, let's see that real quick.
All right.
So as he's dynamically entering the information here, you can see, and if we scroll down in just a minute, we'll show you that all the people that fit that criteria are coming up, right, Charles?
Yeah, they're just immediately displayed. There's no search results that you then have to pick from. It just instantly.
And it could be any data point that's within that profile.
You can type a phone number, a zip code, anything you want, and in combinations too, so that you.
And Charles, there's my Facebook profile picture. Tell us what's going on right there.
Well, we think it's important that hiring managers can see the pictures of the people that they're hiring, so we have an API directly into Facebook that can pull pictures straight into the job application.
And this was that thing about social media that you were talking about earlier.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be doing
a lot of social media.
A lot more of this kind of thing as we go forward, absolutely.
So you're pulling in their Facebook or their LinkedIn profile or pictures. All of that is able to be shown in the system.
All integrated into the system,
absolutely.
Real time.
All right, Nate, I think we're going to the next step, which
Yeah.
is I need a Mount Pleasant server, so I'm going to look at my candidates here, and then I see you, and I want to get more information, and so I can view your
So we're going to
full
look
profile.
at now, you're going
Let's go ahead and do
to
that.
work through the process of actually looking at the application now.
Okay, and you can see some of the information that you entered
Yep.
on the iPad, some of your availability, the location and positions that you applied at, and let's go look at your full job application as well. I can kind of scroll here to see if I am interested in somebody who graduated from Bishop, England.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So at this
So
point,
that is an area where you go through and you review all that information that I just entered on the iPad earlier. That's where you actually can see all that information.
absolutely. So now I can make, of course, a decision if I want to continue in the interview
You would
process.
like to continue, correct?
Yeah. In this case, I'm not so sure I want to hire this
Well, I
character.
hope so. It might be your job security there. Well, let's hope
Wait, should I hire Nate? What do you think?
There.
Okay.
So
Let's
we're
go ahead and hire
going to
Nate.
move me forward there.
All right, so I'm going to make you a candidate.
So at this
All right.
point in time, you've taken me from an applicant to now I'm a candidate.
That's
So this
right.
would be the part where I would
That's
then
right.
start to work
Scroll
on
up, Ken.
interviewing the potential
And you can
candidate.
see the numbers have changed. Now we have only 45 applicants, not 46, but we have 14 candidates.
Live
You've-
TV right
there you go. This is the
Okay.
real deal here.
And so then what's going to happen now is, of course, I'm going to want to schedule
Schedule an interview.
with
We're
you.
going to actually go and schedule
so-
an interview now.
Just a matter of a click
Yep.
here. I'm going to update your status, schedule interview, and there you have it.
So now I've been updated, and it would then go and communicate with me about scheduling an interview at that point in time.
That triggers the system to notify you that you've been scheduled for an interview. That is
Now,
correct.
Charles, what's that dashboard icon, that orange icon up there at the top right there?
Well, we think it's obviously very important that the HR manager can see over time how well they are doing with hiring and retaining people. So we provide a lot of reports and information like this to help them see how they're doing. On this side, as you've seen earlier, we have the actual pipeline of candidates and applicants. Over on the other side here, we're looking at turnover. So here's how you're doing at retaining people, and how fast are you turning these people over, and where might
You guys put a lot of business intelligence
Yes.
into the system.
And we're going to drive our learning and our performance management off of this. So we'll say, hey, you're turning over a lot of servers. Maybe you'd like to put them through this particular course to help them be better at their jobs and enjoy it more and stay longer with you. That
What's the
kind of thing.
smiley dude doing up there in the corner there, Charles?
The smiley dude, we love him. Our designers did an amazing job in coming up with this interface. And this little character is going to be doing a lot more as we go forward. More to come on that.
Absolutely. Very impressive, gentlemen. Oh,
Is that your phone?
sorry. I'm very, very sorry, Charles. Hold on. I did not mean to leave that on. Let me get it.
What you got there?
Oh, I've hit it here. I'm trying to turn it off. Keith, is there Keith Bradshaw? Y'all give it up for Keith Bradshaw. He's one of our camera guys here. This is really cool. This is live. This is an actual text message that just came in from when Ken did during this course of this demo, actually telling me I've been scheduled by Mac Apple Garden for an interview and to please call that number. That's impressive.
What did he say?
That is really neat. Very, very impressive.
Good.
Congratulations,
Well, we hope
guys.
you get the job, Nate.
Absolutely. Congratulations. Job well done, guys. Thank you
All right,
very
thanks.
much. We're going to take a quick pause. We're going to show you a video real quick. It's a really, really cool video that we put together over the summer. We did a lot of interviews out in the field with a lot of people that actually work in the industry, and we wanted to let you guys hear in their own words, we call it Voices of the People, what they're looking for from systems like this. So if we can roll this quick video real quick.
Sometimes because they always put all the different applications when they're really not hiring, so it's kind of like a
You have to take time out your day just to fill out the application, and yeah, it's a hassle.
To me, it's a lot easier to fill something out online and submit it that way. It's going faster, and paper applications, it's just more work to have to do.
I think online is probably easier because it's kind of like a one-click thing to send to them, whereas a paper application you either have to physically bring in or you have to mail it.
yes, it would. It'd be fun too because I could do two things at one time. Get a sandwich.
In a folder, hold them for a year, file.
Then we keep them in a file cabinet, and we keep them on hand for like at least 30 days.
Right now we're doing it on paper. it's a hassle.
We put it underneath the first register, and they kind of stay there.
And a file folder that has applicants and applications on it.
Hiring, a lot of people will tell you anything to get hired, you know?
Actually, the paperwork takes the most time.
We'll have people that aren't really qualified, which kind of is hard.
Getting somebody in here that's worth a damn.
All right. So it was an awesome video. We've got many, many hours. That was really neat to go out there and actually see the folks help validate what we truly believe is something that's very, very needed out in the service-based industry. I'm going to switch gears a little bit. So we did the applicant tracking system. Now I'm going to talk to you about the second component of PeopleMatter Hire, which is the tax credit processing. And it's something that a lot of operators either don't take advantage of, or it's a real pain in the rear end for them to take advantage of. A lot of paperwork, a lot of process involved. And so we felt that it was really important to have that integrated into the system, but to take it a step above. There are a lot of other folks out there that do tax credit processing, but we really wanted to elevate it to a new level and really automate a lot of this process. So my next guest is a gentleman that heads up the largest privately held tax credit processor in the United States. They've been doing this for many, many years. They're experts at it, and we have worked with them over the last year to build an incredible integration with them. Please welcome Shannon Scott, President and CEO of TaxBreak. Shannon.
Hey, Nate.
Good to
How
see
you
you.
doing?
Thank you very much. Come on
Great
in.
to be here.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Nice win this past weekend by your football team.
Thank you
Alabama
very
did a
much.
good job. They
Thank you
came
very
all the way
much.
up from Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. There you go. I don't know if we have any Auburn fans in the crowd, but we
That's
may. There you go. Well, Shannon, it's been an exciting day to get here. We've
It
worked
absolutely
really,
has.
really hard at this. Let's talk about real quick about what tax credits are. For a lot of folks in the audience and online, they may not know what tax credits are. So tell us a little about tax credits.
Tax credits are an income tax reduction for businesses, and most of them are based on the types of employees you hire, based on demographic or geographic factors in hiring the employees. Typically in the service industry, blue-collar industry, about 20% of all new hires will qualify for some form of tax credits, and they can range all the way up to $9,000. So it's a huge cash flow issue. I mean, you're talking about, potentially when you're having a high turnover, lots and lots of money there that's available for the business to come back in and help growth and,
So a lot of money is at stake here.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you're potentially talking, annually billions of dollars that could be lost because the businesses just aren't aware of the program.
In fact, I think we do have on the screen here for the folks out in the audience and also on the web, we've actually got a screen here, and these are the millions of people, of Canada, eligible people for tax credits in orange, and then the red illustrating how many people actually take advantage of tax credits. You can see it's a very, very small number.
Absolutely.
Why is it so small?
Well, the program is, not well known. It's a very small part of the tax code. A lot of tax directors and CPAs don't even know the program exists. And for the companies that do participate and try to process the tax credits, it's very cumbersome. It's a program you cannot really perform in-house. It's way beyond a typical HR function. There are things, not only from screening the applicant for potential tax credits, you have to calculate the tax credit based on the wages that they earn. It's a pain in the butt.
Yep.
That's why people like us exist, and that's why we do what we do.
That's why we love you guys there. That's why we love. So on the next slide, you've got a slide here that illustrates how technology for one of your customers has actually enabled them to save a tremendous amount of money.
Absolutely. A big thing in the tax credit industry is compliance. We need to know that employees are hired, and we need to know they've been pre-screened for the tax credits, and we need to keep track of the credits as they're coming through the system and as we're tracking them through certain state organizations. But this is an example right here behind us of a customer that we switched to an integrated online process. We were actually pre-screening employees, so part of that hiring process and hiring decision was based on the tax credit eligibility. And that 68% increase in compliance actually equated to $884,000 for 1 year. $884,000 for 1 year in tax credits.
That's a lot of Mac Apple Gardens
That's a lot of salad bars. That's a lot of everything.
That's a lot of Mac Apple pies having to be able to be sold there.